This is Putt with Purpose by Christian Natividad. Here's our student, Lucas Thompson. Lucas is a 13-year-old 8th grader with spastic cerebral palsy. His condition mainly affects the muscles in his legs, which makes it harder for him to walk and stay balanced. He uses a walker to get around most of the time, and sometimes a wheelchair when he gets tired. Lucas is a smart and kind kid who enjoys being active and trying new things, especially if they involve being outdoors. However, he can get frustrated when an activity feels too difficult or if it takes him a few tries to get it right. When that happens, he might want to stop or lose interest. Lucas also has a hard time focusing for long periods of time and may need breaks or gentle reminders to stay on track. At first, he might seem shy or unsure, but once he feels supported and included, he becomes much more engaged and willing to participate. So, what is cerebral palsy? Cerebral palsy is a condition that affects how the brain communicates with the muscles. It's usually caused by brain damage that happens before or during birth. There are different types, but Lucas has spastic cerebral palsy, which means his muscles are tight and sometimes hard to control. This makes it difficult for him to walk, keep up his balance, and move around smoothly. This is how it affects Lucas. For him, cerebral palsy mostly affects his legs. He has to work extra hard to stay steady while standing or walking, and his muscles can get tired more quickly than others. He also sometimes struggles with fine motor tasks, like gripping objects or controlling small movements. Even though these challenges make certain physical activities harder for him, Lucas is determined to do his best and enjoys learning new skills when he feels supported. I'm going to be teaching him putting. For this project, we're going to learn how to play golf and focus on the putt and short swings. Golf is a great way to build coordination, focus, and control, and it can be easily adapted for different abilities. This will take place in a small adaptive golf clinic, and I'll be serving as Lucas's coach. We'll use modified equipment and simple instructions to help him feel confident and successful. The goal is for Lucas to learn the basics of golf, focusing on putting while having fun in a supportive environment. As you can see, there's me hitting off the mat at Citrus College and practicing my putting on the greens, for I was on the team for 2 years and I've been playing for a long time, and I'm ready to help teach the younger generations. Here's our goals for Lucas. My goal for Lucas is that within 4 weeks, he will be able to make 3 out of 5 successful putts using an adapted golf club and ball. The goal is specific for focuses on putting, measurable with a 3 out of 5 success rate, achievable with the right support and equipment, and relevant to building his motor skills and confidence, and time-bound with the 4-week period. The goal will help Lucas guide our lessons and give Lucas something to work towards, while also allowing me to track his progress in a clear and encouraging way. Here we have the assessment. So we have a chart where we can go over stand and balance, grip on the club, his swing control, his ball contact, and his target accuracy. Those are the skills. And the criteria for the skills would be steady hands for standing and balance, having proper hand placements for his grip on the club, using a smooth motion while using the shoulders for swing control, ensuring hitting in the center of the club face for our ball contact, and for target accuracy, it's simple. Does the ball go in the hole or does it not? So you can see that I have given him 4 trials here, and that we have some stickers to show when he is successful in a trial and when he is not. I like to use these little nice golf stickers to help keep it fun and a thriving environment and keep them excited and focused on the task at hand. Here we have our behavior management. I've created a sticker chart for Lucas. So, to keep Lucas motivated, I'll use a personalized sticker chart. He'll earn stickers for showing effort, focus, and positive behavior. Once he fills a row, he gets a small reward, like using a fun golf ball or choosing music. This keeps him engaged and gives him a fun way to track progress. So, for example, we have different types of golf balls. We could have superhero golf balls, colored golf balls, or even maybe some that I can give him a Sharpie and he can design his own special golf balls for himself that makes him feel happy. So, when he looks down at it, it puts a smile on his face and keeps him even more motivated. So, as you can see, we have our 4 week period working with him 5 days out of the week, days 1 through 20. And I've also given a cool little sticker, a little golf ball sticker that says great, designed it for him, so it keeps him engaged in it as well. So the criteria for his behavior management, we're going to look over his effort, focus, participation, improvement, and sportsmanship. So those days, for example, on day 5, day 12, day 17, also day 15, and day 20, he's earned a sticker in every single category, allowing him to get a fun golf ball or choose a special music for the day. But let's be honest, he's most likely going to choose a fun golf ball because I would do the same thing as well. Here we have the activities that Lucas will be doing for our sessions. So to warm up, we want to make sure that those muscles get as much blood flow and loosen up as much as possible, getting oxygen to them to get them ready for the day. So we just start with some simple movements, starting with marching in place with his walker. Lucas will hold his walker and lift one leg at a time for 1 minute to get his legs moving. We'll get those hip flexor muscles going, along with his glute muscles, and standing along with the calves and the foot muscles to ensure that he can build good stability, which is one of the criteria for his skills assessment. Also, we'll be doing arm swings and reaches. While standing or seated, Lucas will gently swing his arms forward and backward, then reach side to side. 5 reps each time, ensuring that his arms get properly warmed up, the muscles get stretched, and we can start applying some strength to there and start getting familiar with the motion and using the muscles that we're using, because we want to focus on the shoulder muscles, not necessarily the arm muscles such as the bicep or triceps. So working on the shoulder muscles will help prepare him for later on in the activities. And then we can also add a fun element, of course, to help keep Lucas engaged. We'll use music from his favorite playlist to keep the warm-up fun and upbeat. So I'll be able to work with him and set up a nice playlist with him for a couple songs that'll keep him engaged as well. So here we go. Activity 1, straight line putting practice. Lucas will use an adapted putter and practice putting a ball in a straight line toward a large target zone, like a poly spot or a cone, or I could even draw chalk around on the green to give him an idea of a radius that he can hit into. I will use a visual line, such as tape or chalk, to help guide his aim or distance. We can go further and further each time. Each time Lucas hits the target, he'll earn a golf-themed sticker for his chart. For this, we'll go 3 rounds of 5 putts each, and then we can go to his assessment chart. For the second activity, we're going to use a mini golf course, or mini golf obstacle course. We'll set up a mini putting course with gentle ramps, tunnels, and themed decorations. For example, we can use toy dinosaurs, or beach balls, or even some cones if we're limited on equipment for the day. Our setup, each hole will have a clear path and visual cues. I'll guide Lucas through each section with simple instructions, telling him to only try to hit it so far before we have to change direction. Or for another example is we can use the slopes of the green to help guide the direction of the ball through the obstacle course. Having the ball move from left to right, or having to hit it harder going up, or having to hit it softer going down. A fun element that we can add to this is that Lucas gets to name each hole and he gets to choose a power-up sticker for completing each one. For this, we'll go 4 to 5 themed holes. And lastly, here's our progression and regression modifications. For progressions, a way to make it harder, we have 4 simple steps. 1, we can increase the putting distance. Like I said for his activity 1, and the straight lines, just keep making it further and further back. And that can build a lot of confidence when you make a long putt from going from 2 feet to 3 feet, And then next thing you know, you're hitting a 9-foot putt. It feels really amazing and really satisfying. Number two, we can make the target smaller. So as we go from that chalk hole or the poly spots, we can get down to the actual golf hole, which is only a little bit bigger than the golf ball, which would give real gratification for making the hole, the shot. And then we can add small slopes or curves to the course, utilizing the putting green in different ways to make the shots even harder. So instead of just having to putt straight, let's say the slope is moving from left to right, he's going to have to aim a little bit to the left and use the proper pace to get the ball to fall into the hole. And then lastly, we can remove visual guides and encourage independent aiming. So Lucas can look at the green for himself, assess where the slope is moving on the green, and make his best judgment call, and then pick a line and putt the ball and see, hopefully, if it goes in the hole. And if Lucas is having a hard time, we can simply regress it to make it easier. Number one, we can use a larger or lighter ball. At first, just to build some confidence, we can assure that he hits a larger ball, see that he's just making contact with the golf club. And step two, we can shorten the distance to the target. We can put him right in front of the hole. This is something I like to do for myself when I start putting, just to get the visual that I can make the putts, I can put the ball in the hole, and that I can putt. Regression number three, provide hand-over-hand guidance. I'll be there for every step of the way, assessing everything that he needs to do to simplify it as much as possible to build some confidence in young Lucas. And lastly, we can use a larger target area like a hula hoop or a large poly spot. Opposite to number two's progression. So instead of using a hole, we can add maybe a 3-foot diameter or 4-foot diameter hole, and then shrinking it with each size as Lucas shows his progress with each putt. And the modifications for cerebral palsy, he'll use an adapted putter with a larger grip. Since he has a hard time gripping things, make it a little bit larger and possibly a little softer or harder depending on what he likes for the grip, whatever makes it more comfortable for him to find more success. Secondly, I can allow a seated or supported stance. He can use his walker or a rail, or if he feels confident enough, he can even try nothing, but we won't progress too much. Of course, we can progress and regress. I will always offer him frequent rest breaks, for it can be tiring. You're standing over, it's a lot of your back muscles going, a lot of balance is going on, but this is going to be really good for him because he's going to be building a lot of strength in the key muscles, such as the legs, shoulders, and core, and back. And lastly, I'll give clear visual step-by-step instructions for everything that Lucas is doing to ensure he progresses and has a great time and can putt. And this has been my presentation on Putt for Progress about cerebral palsy and Lucas Thompson. Thank you for watching.